I think the best thing about working for a business of this size is the opportunity to facilitate change. I think if you want to be an entrepreneur, that's fantastic, but it's quite a tough gig and it needs a lot of resilience. And I think if you want to be part of a big machine, then you can go into big business or government and you can make a difference, but it's quite difficult to see what that is. Working for a small, medium sort of enterprise gives you that freedom of entrepreneurial spirit, but it gives you a structure and a backing. So, when I want to develop a new gin, as I did, I've got the money and the wherewithal and the expertise around me to help facilitate that. If I'd wanted to do it on my own, literally, that would have been incredibly difficult, both financially and with expertise. One of the most interesting things about a company like Gordon MacPhail is, in many ways, it's a mini conglomerate because we've got absolutely everything. Literally from being a chemist. Our assistant distillery manager here did chemistry, did the Diageo program, then came to join us because she wanted to help run a distillery. We have the visitor centre side of things. We have 15,000 tourists, so that sort of whole hotel catering management type of idea is quite relevant for the tourism side of what we do, and that's a big development for us. We're about to build a new distillery from the ground up in Granton, and that will literally require everything from how to build a distillery, how to build a visitor centre, what does a visitor centre look like, what's our IT going to be like for that, how are we going to present to a 21st century tourist, and it isn't going to be a tour guide probably, or if it is, it's going to look a bit different. What we call brand home marketing, which is really our offer here at Ben Romack. We have salespeople. I would say, and other companies that I've worked with do this too. So PepsiCo, for example, big company, they look for great attitude and they look for intelligence. And the view there is that they will try and teach the skills that are required within the business. So, for me, it's really about having attitude. It's about having networking skills. It's about being proactive. And in some respects, the academic background is much more about the process of learning as opposed to the actual subject. So the advice there would be to do something you enjoy, because you'll probably be better at it, which will inevitably give you a better result, which will inevitably give you more opportunities. But it would be naive, for example, for a marketing graduate to come in and want to run marketing programs straight off the bat, because every company has a different way of doing it. And to demonstrate that, I went for a very senior job a few years ago at Diageo, the leader. I'd also worked there before, and I was asked if I was familiar with dweeb, and I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I said, but they said, if you're successful in the job, you'll have to do it. And this is after 25 years marketing experience working on very similar brands. And dweeb is an acronym for the Diageo way of brand building. So even after 25 years in the industry, you would be expected to go into that company and learn their language of marketing. And that's a communication piece. So if we say X, it means this. Oh, right, in other companies, that's not exactly what it means. I wouldn't get too hung up on the subject matter, but I would use it as a process and a tool to facilitate a way of working in your own mind. And I think that's possibly the best advice in that sense. And the other thing that you should really be looking at is something you're good at. But if you want to go into business, the easiest way ahead is to look for a growth industry and look for a brand leader. Because if you go into a growth industry, what we call surf the wave of success. And if you're with a brand leader, you're in a strong position. And so that's, if you're not that bright, like I wasn't, just find a very successful company and surf the wave. And I just wish more people got that, because it's pretty much a key to success,